Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a Emily Ratajkowski makeup look, and this was the makeup that she had when she attended the Golden Globes last week. The makeup artist that did her makeup is called Hung Van Gogh. I'm really sorry if I've pronounced that wrong, but I will link it below. Her makeup just looked absolutely stunning. Her dress was absolutely beautiful. It was a yellow dress and then it had like some diamonds going down on it. She just looks incredible, and she's just cut all of her hair off into like a really short bob, which I absolutely love. So that's what I'm going to be doing for you guys today. So I'm just going to clip my hair back just to get all of the hair off of my face, because there is nothing worse than putting makeup on and you have hair everywhere. So I've already got my moisturiser on, and I'm now going to go in with some MAC strobe cream, which is this one here, and I used this in my last video, and I'm not going to talk too much about the skin today because I went into real depth in my last video. So if you really want like a full breakdown of how to do kind of like red carpet skin for any occasion really, then go and check that out. But basically I'm just popping on some strobe cream right now with my fingers. Okay, so for my foundation I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I'm also going to mix in some Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops. These are in the shade Moonlight, and I'm going to mix one part of this with 2 parts foundation onto a beauty blender. And I'm just going to start by dabbing it onto the skin. And I'm just blending this out now, and you can really see that glow that I'm getting, and that is literally from those drops that I used from Cover FX. They are seriously amazing, and I'm just going to continue blending. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have just finished doing my foundation, and as you can see my skin is glowing, which is really good because that's what we want. And now I'm going to move on to my concealer. I'm going to use my Maybelline Eye Eraser Concealer. I'm not even going to mention this because I feel like I say this all the time, but I love this concealer so much. So yeah, I'm going to use a little bit of that under the eye. And then I'm going to take my baby beauty blender sponge and just blend that in. So to set the concealer under my eyes, I'm going to be using my translucent Laura Mercier powder, which I adore. So I just have some here on my beauty blender, and I'm literally just taking this under the eye. Just applying some down my nose because my nose and T-zone can get really, really oily. Okay, so I'm going to powder now using my Hourglass powder. This is the ambient lighting powder in dim light, and this is what it looks like in the pan, and I really love this as an overall setting powder. So the theme of Emily's makeup was very bronzy, and there were lots of sort of gold tones used on her eyes. Her skin looked really, really warm, so I'm actually going to use my Tom Ford bronzer. This is in the shade Gold Dust in 01, and I'm going to apply this with a big fluffy brush sort of along the high points of my face, but then I'm going to contour slightly with it. And this is just a really, really good bronzer. I'd highly recommend it. So I'm going to start contouring a little bit just along the cheekbone, and then just using a bigger brush I'm going to pick some more up, and I'm going to just dust it slightly higher, and then just around the top of the hairline and then along the jawline. Also, another really important tip for you guys, which I don't actually think I mentioned in my last video, was that when you're doing your makeup, it is so important to make sure you put it on your ears. Now, you can see that my ears are actually quite pink at the moment and they don't really match my face. The reason for that is because I have 2 new ear piercings here. This one I had done, the hoop I had done last Saturday, and then the paisley I had done on Wednesday. It's now Saturday, and I don't want to put any makeup on my ears right now because otherwise it's going to get infected and they're new piercings. Just a tip, make sure you're putting makeup on your ears because you do not want, especially if you're tanned, because your ears just generally don't tan or they just get burnt, and you want to make sure that everything is one colour. Okay, so next I'm going to use some blush. Now, Emily's makeup was very peachy. I'm actually going to use a peach blush today, and I'm going to be using this one here from my MAC palette, which is called Style, which is that one there, and it's just got like a really nice shimmer through it. This is definitely like an old favourite of mine. It's such a beautiful colour. So her blusher at the Golden Globes was generally on the apples of her cheeks, so that's where I'm going to apply it. And you just want a hint of colour. I'm not going to put any highlighter on until the end, so I'm going to move on to my eyebrows, and I'm going to be using my Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil, and this is in the shade medium brown, and I'm going to use this end here, which is the brush end, just to comb through my brows, and then this end just to add some colour to the brow. Emily's eyebrows were quite brushed up, not too much, and they were left quite natural, which is what I love with red carpet makeup. I really wish this whole Instagram brow trend would just die already, because I hate Instagram brows so much. Starting underneath the brow and just taking it through underneath first, just to get the shape there. I really need to go get my eyebrows done as well, guys. Desperately. Okay, so I've just done both brows, and now I'm going to be using my Anastasia brow gel. This is the best brow gel you can buy, guys. It's absolutely amazing, and I think you can get Anastasia products on her website now, and they are now in the UK, which is really exciting. So I'm literally just brushing these up and through. You can see my eyebrows are just getting like so thick and bushy, which is everything I love in a brow. There we go, and that's the brow gel in. So now I'm going to move on to the eyes. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, which is this one here. And I'm just going to apply this with a flat brush. This is just a MAC brush. So Emily's eyes have got lots of sort of gold yellow tones to them, along with like a warm colour through the crease. So I'm going to use the shade Hollywood from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Mario palette, which is this one here. I'm going to place this all over the lid with my same flat brush. So I've just applied this all over the lid, and I'm also going to run it slightly under the eye. So I'm now going to go over that using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow in the colour Peach Sorbet, which is this one here. This has a little bit more gold in it, I would say. Has almost a little bit more of a shimmer to it as well. So the next thing that Emily had on her eyes is she had a reddish peachy kind of colour through the crease and outside of her eye. So I'm going to take the shade Isabel, which is this one here, from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Mario palette, and I'm going to start by placing it through the outside of my eye. I'm just going to do that using a 217 brush by MAC, and I'm basically just really slowly just bringing it inwards. Her eyeshadow has been taken out slightly, so that's why I'm starting to buff this outwards. But it looks very, very, very soft, which is why I loved it so much. Basically, you just want to make sure it's really, really blended out. Now I'm going to take the same colour and I'm going to place it on my smaller brush that I used earlier, and I'm going to bring it slightly under the lash line. Okay, so the next product I'm going to use is an eyeliner, and this is Teddy Eye Pencil by MAC. It's a bronze with a shimmer through it, and I'm going to apply this along the lash line because Emily has a lot of focus on the lashes and there weren't really any other darker colours on her eye. So I'm going to start by lining very gently my lash line. It wasn't a really, really obvious line, which I really liked because it kept the makeup really nice and soft. And then I'm also going to apply this to the inside of my eye. I'm now going to smudge it out using my thin brush. And I'm taking it slightly under the eye as well. And blend. Okay, so next is mascara, and I'm going to be using my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Okay, so Emily was wearing full lashes to the Golden Globes, and she was actually wearing individuals, so I'm going to use some MAC individual lashes here, and I'm going to be using the longer ones at the bottom. Okay, so the lashes are on, and now I'm going to move on to my lips. I have my Huda Beauty lip contour in the colour Trendsetter, which is this nude. It's a little bit brown and it's got a small amount of a peachy tone through it, and that's what I'm going to use on my lips to line them. Okay, so I've just filled my lips in with Trendsetter, and now I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Bitch Perfect, which is a corally nude sort of colour, and I'm going to apply this just over the top of the lip liner. So Emily had a coral orange neutral lipstick on, and I want to just get my lips a tiny bit more orange, so I'm actually going to use this MAC gloss. This is a LUSTREGLASS and this is in the colour Venetian, and I'm going to put a small, really tiny amount of this on, and I'm going to blend it in with my finger. So that is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys like it. It's just a really pretty kind of gold, yellow toned, peachy, bronzy makeup, which I love. And she just looked absolutely beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week for another tutorial. Take care. Bye.